Click approval, zero interest for 30 days, and earn points to shop whenever you want in the My Rewards app. Picture this, shopping for your favorite items without reaching for your cash, and having the flexibility to buy anything, anytime, anywhere. Vacation, grocery shopping, or even an emergency. Swipe, shop, and stack up those rewards. With Bank of St. Lucia Visa Credit Card, the more you shop, the more you earn. Contact 720-2675 or 729-2675 for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Bank of St. Lucia, all the bank you need.
This is the Caribbean Sound, Radio Caribbean International, #1.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Bank of St. Lucia. That's all the bank you need. I mean, Bank of St. Lucia has a lot going on right now, and I'm a proud member of Bank of St. Lucia. I want to welcome our guest this afternoon, Miss Monique Auguste. Monique, before we even continue, my first question for you, and I'm going to ask you how you're doing yet. You Bank of St. Lucia?
I'm not.
You need to get to Bank of St. Lucia. All right? I don't want you to be part of Bank of St. Lucia. I need you to be part of Bank of St. Lucia. All right? That's all the bank you need. Now, here's my second question. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well,
thanks for having me. Okay, I'm doing great.
Thank you. Because you look like you're doing great.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think like you're doing great. You're doing better than just okay. All right? Okay. So, Monique, today we're going to be talking about your journey, into theater, because I heard that's your passion. I heard that's your everything. All right? I heard that you just love to act or direct or write. You're multifaceted. You have a lot of dimensions.
Right. So, yeah, theater is definitely my area. And, well, I fell in love with theater, I don't want to say that, like 7 years ago.
7 years?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's 7 years ago.
It sounds like I'm old.
It seems like it's a little bit more than that.
At convent, I had the honor of being taught by Miss Danielle Dubois, and I feel like from then, like by the first class, I was like hooked, and I was absolutely in love. And then, yeah, it's been a long journey, a very long journey. Lots of things that have happened, but definitely convent, I have to give them credit for like my love of like theater and writing and all of that, like performing aspect.
Okay,
yeah.
no, it's quite interesting because when you go to what they call the academic schools, right? For example, the college and the convent, that's not really what you expect. You tend to expect something a little different. I remember in my time going to SMC, we'd go to theater arts. I didn't really like it. Because
You didn't like it?
No, I did not. I didn't like art.
Oh my.
And theater arts. I don't know. I'm just not an art person. Right? And funny enough, I'm now expressing myself through radio and music and these different things.
Art.
It is art, but at the time, I couldn't see myself acting.
Right.
You know, and some of the plays that we would do, Walcott and some of these things. I wasn't a big fan.
Right.
You know, but at SMC we had the chance of sometimes going out and doing things like Tal Fest, which is the talent festival that was done at the school at the time, which we will talk about. And I think that was what really sold us, because in the initial forms, Form 1 to 3, nobody really liked theater, and not many people would do it for CXC. But then in Form 4 and 5, you'd have the chance of leading your own theater art production, and that was Tal Fest. So at the end of the day, we somehow all got to experience theater in a different light. And I understand that you're currently at SMC.
I am.
So I'm guessing you're shaping the minds of the youth. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. You definitely can. Yeah, I think, like you said, there's like a misconception that when you go to like convents and college, it's only academics. But like you have like various subjects, and what I really liked about convent is they really tried to expose you to like a little bit of everything. So even if you were in the science class, they still encourage you to at least do like one art subject, one social science, like something to just like let your creative side
blossom.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm definitely grateful for my experience. It shaped me into who I am. And the same thing at college too. Yes, it's an academic school, but they really try to like expose the boys
Oh,
to
no.
like different.
100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's one of the things I love about working there. I feel like they're very supportive when it comes to the arts.
I don't know what it's like now, but when I went to college, we had steel pan, for instance, and Mr. Sion would make sure that we had opportunities to utilize these things. For example, when you had March Pass, probably you would have a drummer from
Right.
the thing coming in, and sometimes there's an assembly, and you probably get somebody to play the anthem on pan if you have a special assembly or something like that. So the school always allowed you to express that creative side. Is that still a thing today?
Oh, definitely. We actually, that's so funny. We had a club fair today, believe it or
Okay.
not, where all the different clubs presented, and we actually formed a creative arts club that we tried to encourage like different artists, different types of arts. So whether it's performing arts, music, singers, visual artists, they have this space where they can create and show their work. And creative arts club, we've been able to like expose the boys to gigs. A couple of them dance for jazz, they perform for calypso, they did some gigs for Kiddies Carnival. So like definitely that culture is still very much alive at SMC. Talfest is coming back.
Oh, yes.
Talfest, it's been a good like 5 years, but it's coming back November 16th. Tickets are $45. It's at 7. Yeah, prices go up. Sorry.
Big time.
Yeah, but the boys are so excited, and it's been, I feel like one of the things that inspired me so much, like I said, was my teacher, and I really hope that I'm doing that for the boys there. But like,
I think you are.
I hope so.
I think you are. You know, one thing about SMC students, we always tend to love our female teachers. I mean, we love our male teachers, but
sure.
we tend to love our female teachers because, I mean, we in a school with almost, all right, I mean, let me not say it. And the fact is, college actually has more female teachers than male teachers.
Yeah.
I went to the school yesterday, to be honest with you. I had to see Kimberly, and I realized there were no male teachers. We mainly have female teachers at college. So I mean, we gravitate towards the female. I think that's why we do so well in their classes. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
Okay,
That was a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, the boys are very sweet and they're very excited. They're working very hard. So look out for us.
I'm looking out. So we're talking about Talfest November 16th, the return of Talfest, and we have a new theme this year, right?
Yes, the awakening of the arts. Like I said, it's been 5 years, and I know when I was at convent, I always thought of SMC as like this art school because you all had Talfest and literary nights, and like y'all have just always like been that for me. So we're trying to like get back to that, get our reputation back.
Convent had something, right? There was a show you guys had ever so often. There was one at KT one time.
Oh, HSC Princess.
Right. There was a show. I thought there was a show.
It's come back actually. They had it last year. I think they have like a reigning queen.
Wow.
So it's been implemented. But yeah, they also, I mean, Hazan is there now.
Right. I had her
Shout out to
on here
Hazan.
a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago. And you were actually part of that conversation when she was here. We were speaking on the fact that she was putting on a play.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, you directed that play.
Well, I co-directed it for you.
Okay. We'll come to that play in a little bit. But before we move on, we're going to put a little bit more emphasis on Talfest. People, if you don't know what Talfest is St. Mary's College's intro, right? Just I say our intro into theater during our first term, and we actually do another production every second term with literary nights around Nobel Laureates Week, as long as the funds are there. Now, speaking of funds, Talfest is actually used to assist the school's finances. As you know, college is a government-assisted school in that the government gives something towards the school for the year, but a lot of the day-to-day running of the school is actually done by the school itself. So we need to try to raise funds for St. Mary's College. I mean, all college boys, we're asking you to make some sort of appearance this year at Talfest. It's $45, so we're going to pay the $45.
It's $45, but I know the old boys they love their alma mater.
So we will pay $50?
Yeah. 50, 55, whatever amount you want to give.
Okay.
But I would really encourage people to come out and support the boys. They're putting themselves out there. They're a little bit nervous because, again, it's their first Talfest. They've never gotten to experience it. And we're just really trying to continue the tradition and pass on that torch to the current students. So any form of support would be very much appreciated.
And we're not saying just any form of support. We want the kind that folds. Right? And
Right.
I'm speaking for SMC at this point. As an older boy, I think that we need those funds. These funds go towards students who are less fortunate, trying to help these students, of course, with uniforms, books, even if it's a meal within the school's canteen, etc. So we need the support. I mean, the bursary is doing our utmost best. And I know that last year we had a few things in the school. For example, the sports. That would have
The old
taken
boy sports,
that would have
yes.
taken a little budget from the school. So we need to try to see how we could keep St. Mary's College afloat. Remember, it's a government-assisted school in that the government gives something pays the salaries of the teachers, etc. But we need to have funds in the school, even if it's to fix the court, to help a class get a light in the class. We need that, all right?
A
And
fan.
I think even a fan, the staff room, etc. It goes on, and we need that support for St. Mary's College. And we're calling everyone to come out on November 16th for our new iteration of Talfest, The Awakening.
Of the arts.
I forgot that part. All right? But I'll be there
Yeah.
for the Awakening of the Arts.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Monique, we spoke about you as a theater arts teacher, but I heard there's more to you. All right? I heard that you've been directing plays from the time you could walk. Right? So I spoke to Tracy George earlier, and she told me that Monique is a great director, so much so that her play was well received by the Sir Arthur Lewis community, and it
Yeah.
went some places.
Right.
Let's talk about that play.
So when I was fresh out of convent, my second year after Auntie Tracy, Miss George, she approached me and she asked, they really want to do something for Nobel Laureate month, and they would really like to do a play. So I decided that I was going to take a chance, and I decided to write a play. I wrote it with Jessie Mayers. That was my co-writer.
Okay.
And she served as my stage manager. It was a group effort, really, and it was all done by students. Christian Foster wrote the songs, Crystal Emmanuel. It was really like a student-led thing. But we did it for Nobel Laureate, and it was very well received. It was a little folktale. I still cannot believe I'm talking about a little folktale like 5 years after the fact. And CDF saw it, and they asked us to put it on again, and we got to do it for it was, I think, like the Jazz Arts Festival or something.
Okay.
And then it got a few months later or a year later, we were asked to do it for Carifesta, and Carifesta is this huge like art festival, like regional art festival. And we were able to go to Trinidad with the play, and it was like done again this year, 5 years after the fact. We did it for Jazz again.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a play that
But
keeps
it's
on
some new
giving.
people, right? Because I mean,
Yeah, it was
every
a
year,
new cast.
Yeah, of course, some of your cast have disappeared. You made mention to
Yeah.
Christian Foster. I know Christian very well. I mean, he's studying medicine now or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
adore
Right.
Christian. He's a
You understand?
genius.
Look at that, in theater now,
Right.
in the medical field. So I mean, it's really interesting what these times, or at least what school can allow you to see.
Yeah,
So,
it allows you to see skills you didn't know you have. Because again, it was my first time writing a play, and it was a big chance. Even directing as well, it was a learning process. I mean, I've grown over the years, but that was like my baby. So I am so grateful that it blew up like that, and it was so well received.
well, hopefully we could see a little folktale again next year.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
I'm serious. I've never seen a little folktale, so I'm actually quite interested in a video or something. I'll take it. I'll take a look at it. Actually, like plays, I went to a play sometime last year that Daniel produced.
Gopwell.
Gopwell.
Right.
That was so funny.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it was entertaining. I mean, sometimes we go to the cinema, we sit in the cinema and watch a movie, but it's good to sit sometimes and watch some
Yeah, like a
local.
live, yeah.
It's nice. It's really nice. It's different, and I think it lends some serious perspective to what we have within our community.
Yeah, we definitely have like a lot of talent here. Like I said, Foster is at school doing medicine, but he is a very gifted writer and performer. So it's really about taking a chance and seeing like exactly what you have to offer.
Okay, well, I'll take that 100%. Monique, you moved on after a Little Folktale success and did something called The Little Prince.
Yes. Oh my goodness, the Little Prince.
Before you even continue, what is French theater? I saw that in the bio and I had to ask. So, is it just theater within the French scene, or is it?
Yes. So a Little Prince it's a very well known French story that I was working at Alias at the time, And they asked to do a play, and they were like, don't you do the play in French? Now, I do not speak French. I dropped French when I
Same.
French and me, I dropped it.
The only thing I remember from French was like, je m'appelle something.
Right, yeah.
The other day I tried to ask somebody for a Coke in French. That was je voudrais un coca, something like that. I'm serious. I was horrible.
Yeah, French. I was fighting with French. It was difficult. But they said they really wanted to do a play in French. So I said, okay, I'll write something. And then if y'all translate it, I will try my very best to direct it. And again, did it.
Came off.
It was received well. People really enjoyed it. Again, we had like some songs. It was like kind of like a musical, and again, Crystal wrote some of the songs and some other people. And again, it opened up opportunities. The cast, they were gifted with a trip to, I think it was either Martinique or Guadeloupe, and those of us who worked on it, like the directors, we got gifted a trip to Paris. So
you went to Paris?
I didn't go, unfortunately. I couldn't at the time, but...
Oh, wow. So you took another trip to Paris?
I did. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. We will, but probably not now.
But yeah, I've done a French play.
Okay.
And I don't speak a bit of French.
Okay. So we're moving on because that's two.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I still have another one here. They told me that your creative talents extend beyond the stage. It goes a little more than that. And you put pen to paper for something called Murder in the Masquerade.
Right.
Or Murder in Masquerade.
Mm-hmm. So Murder in the Masquerade is a TV show that's going to be coming out next year. We are currently filming it. And it is, it sounds like what it is. It is a murder mystery story.
In a fete.
In a fete?
You tell me masquerade.
Masquerade.
I'm thinking that is a masquerade ball? Is it?
Well, like a masquerade community, the masquerade character. So one of the prominent characters, they end up dead. He's found in his pool, floating. And yeah, the whole series is about who killed this person, who is the murderer, will they strike again? And yeah, it's going to be a web series. It'll be out online. And again, whenever things like a little folktale and these things, whenever I write something, I always try to ask myself, what do I want to see? Because you mentioned like you could not really relate to like Derek Walcott's plays and things that, maybe wasn't like geared towards our generation.
Yeah.
So I always try to like put something out there, like what do I want to see? What do the people I know want to see? And I feel like I'm hoping it's something that St. Lucians will be able to identify with. It has like a lot of like things to do with our culture, things that are unique to St. Lucia, like...
And it's still relevant in 2023.
Still relevant, yes. It tackles universal themes, but again, it's taking place in St. Lucia. It's about St. Lucian, so hopefully people will be able to look at it and at least identify with a character or identify with a piece of a story that they've experienced living here. Okay. I don't know if that made sense. Oh my goodness, sorry.
It does. I actually read a poem the other day, probably a short story, I think it was. Whilst I was at university, I did a bit of culture, and in the extract, it was speaking about a man who was in St. Lucia on holidays, but he was from Trinidad. And they tried to describe what was happening between Pigeon Point and Rodney Bay, right? I mean, they tried, but the explanation of how the road was winding and so I mean, it wasn't exactly correct. But the story was based on St. Lucia, and it had a lot of relevant themes to what happened in St. Lucia, how the summer would progress, the type of people you find on the beach. It was very interesting read. And it was an old extract, probably from the 80s or 70s or something like that, but still relevant today. I mean, so I think whenever we go into theater, probably literature, whatever it is, relevance is always important. And I think that you putting that relevance into that project will probably keep it going for a few years.
Hopefully. I mean, anytime you produce a piece or you write a piece, you want it to be timeless. You want it to be something that when 20 years down the line, somebody can pick up the play and they'll still be able to identify the characters and the themes and, they can see themselves within the story. Again, which is why anytime I write, I try to be authentic to my experience as a St. Lucian, woman. So yeah, Murder in the Masquerade, definitely look out for that.
I want a date, by the way. I'm expecting it. I want to know at what point should I give you a call and say, hey, Monique, what's happening? I want a preview. That's what I wanted. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to know.
That's a little, I don't know if I can give a date yet. Because like I said, we're filming. We're in the process of filming, yeah. So, and again, it has familiar faces. Hazan is a part of that. It's actors who have, there's a lot of people who did Carrie Festa as well. They're a part of it. A very talented cast. And it was written by me and Hayden Felix. And it was edited my editor Daniel De Freitas. So again, it's a good piece. It's a 6-episode series, and the episodes will be dropping weekly. So definitely look out for that. Murder in the Masquerade.
Okay, that suits me because I love carnival. I love masquerade. I like that type of, so if it's something that's geared towards that,
definitely
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
It has, bacchanal, it has romance, it has like everything you need.
We
in
like
a
things
drama
saucy,
series.
of course.
Yeah, very saucy.
Be real. Everything St. Lucia is saucy. I mean, when you watch a play and you want to see, it can't be boring.
Yeah.
It has to have some sort of, like that play I was talking to you about, Copewell. That was funny right through. Were you a part of the production for Copewell?
No, but I saw the first one and the third one.
Okay.
I did not see the one in the middle.
Okay, I didn't see the one in the middle either.
Yeah. But I know, again, Ms. Dubois is very talented. I mean, she taught me. I owe her a lot. So I know it was a fantastic production. I heard people raving about it.
Okay. So, Monique, honestly, what's next for you? I mean, currently at SMC, I mean, where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Hopefully with a degree. Maybe in the field of theater. Who knows? I don't know. I'm going with the wind right now. Definitely still producing plays. We have a play coming out in January for Nobel Laureate Month. It's called The Walking Tree. It will be starring my very talented students, my SMC boys. It's a musical. And again, I would like to encourage people to come out and support. It's a very beautiful story about friendship and the magic. But did that sounding like My Little Pony? Sorry. It's a story with folktale characters. I mean, that's my genre. Everything I do, I like to add a little bit of gaji in it. That's what I like. I love a lot of bless sukuyo tibolong. That's my thing. So yeah, it's about friendship and our folklore characters, and I don't want to say too much yet because I want to come back to
of course,
advertise that separately. But yeah, we have a play coming out in January. So
okay, so we're looking forward to that, but we're not gonna jump all the way to January as yet. But our next thing I'll be calling for support right now is Talfest. Of course, just reminding you once again, Talfest November 16th. Actually, didn't ask you where is Talfest this year. All I asked you was the price.
Talfest is in a secret location right now. To be announced. It's a very special location. I know traditionally it's at the Cultural Center.
We know that.
But we're doing something a little different this year. So I will let you know.
You
look out for the promo.
You could
Our
tell me
promo
off
video
air.
is
You could
coming
tell
out.
me
I'll
off
tell
air.
you off
tell me
air.
off air.
But
All right.
now it's hush hush. But look out for our promo for you to see the venue.
Okay, guys. Once again, Talfest is only $45. I mean, come out, support SMC. All SMC or what we're calling to come back. I mean, to watch a play. Watch the guys sing. Watch the guys give you a little dance and a little wine.
Model. We have animation this
modeling
year.
is back.
Modeling is back. We even have an eating contest.
Oh, an eating contest.
Yeah, don't worry. It's gonna be good.
Monique, I'm actually quite excited. I mean, it's a few years, but I think the show would retain its standard, because the funny thing is, no matter how the years have changed, in my experience as an educator now, and the college boys do not change. Because some of the things that the guys in my class would say now, quite similar to.
Boy, I interact with the students and I look at them and I see people from my year in them. It's like you're just recycling.
It's recycling.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
telling you.
recycling. Like you can, if you come there, I'm sure if you come in the school, you can identify some boy that was in your year. Same attitude, the way they look, probably the same house.
I'm
like
telling
it's
you.
just.
I went to sports the other day and I saw it. So I'm saying it to you. And I'm very happy that now we could see some of the exports from the school within the area of arts. We speak of people like Desra Long. I mean, our Calypso Monarch last year. I mean, there's also Brandon, you know, who competed in Calypso finals. I mean, these things make me feel warm inside. It makes me see that we are not only good for academia.
Yeah.
I mean, we're good for other things as well, and
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
there are lots. You'll produce a lot of talented people in all different fields, whether it's science, theater, visual artists. I mean, it's definitely a school that produces some of St. Lucia's best.
Fine, and we have DJs too now.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We have DJs too. Imagine that.
Yeah,
I-
everything.
I'd like to say I was one of the first.
It's true. It's true.
I'm serious. I remember at SMC, Mr. Sion told me something very funny. I was thinking about dropping physics, and he told me, you need physics to be a DJ. That's the weirdest thing somebody ever told me.
I didn't know that you needed physics to be a DJ.
I
guess
didn't
the
know-
sound.
I didn't know that either. But to be a sound engineer, you don't need physics.
Yeah.
So it was just his way of saying, hey, don't drop the subject because you already like to play music. All right. Monique, once again, I'd like to tell you thank you so much for coming in today and joining us on Youth Unplugged. I mean, I will continue speaking about Talfest on a weekly
do.
basis. I'll try
Please
to do
do.
that. But I just want to thank you, of course, for coming in, making mention to a few of these important facts about SMC and, of course, your direction that you've taken. Of course, going in with theater is always something that I think has to come from the heart. If you don't like it, you definitely would not continue
Yeah.
doing it. And I just want to say kudos to you for that. And I'm looking forward to the production next year and, of course, the production next month with Talfest, because I will be back on here to give you fire if I have to give you fire. I definitely will. But I don't think I will have to do that. I think I'll see a wonderful show.
You will. It will be, again, it's the comeback, so it has to be good.
No, it has to be good.
There
Has to.
is no other option.
Yeah.
So.
Because the fellas from 5 years ago will come back and say that
Boy.
Talfest, that was not bad like ours. And we do that every year. Every year we come back and we criticize, we say, that's what them fellas think wasn't good like ours. Yes, that happens every year. You know, so hopefully we could see some of that as well.
Yeah, we definitely
banter.
want to make the legacy proud. I mean, you'll have, again, produced some iconic shows. So we're definitely hoping to follow.
And we want the girls to come as well, because that's why a lot of the fellas go ahead and compete, not compete, but come and show off.
Yeah.
Because the girls from Convent come and they fill up, they filled up the cultural center. That was your time for you to see a girl out there, because the parents sent them to the cultural center. I know you were part of that. Your brother probably sent you to Talfest, not so?
Yeah, one
I
of
tell
the
you,
only things I was allowed
And
to
one of
go
the
to.
only times you could see a boy. If
Yeah.
you went to Talfest. I'm telling you, that's what it was. So, I mean, we continue that legacy. It's still happening today. And people, November 16th, it's all about Talfest. Once again, thank you so much, Monique.
Thank you for having me.
I'll see you again next year when you come to talk to me about your new production and what's there to be had. Guys, look out for Talfest. That's all I could say. The promotion is on Facebook. It will eventually get on the television. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it on the radio as well. So, November 16th. Monique, once again, thank you for coming in. Guys, this has been another edition of Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Bank of St. Lucia. Remember, the Bank of St. Lucia is all the bank you need. Go to the Bank of St. Lucia today. Find out about the mortgage rates, of course. Go get a car. Go and get a card. Go and get a credit card. Go to Bank of St. Lucia, Monique. Get a credit card.
Will do.
If
I'm
you
changing
don't
my bank right now.
Yeah, please do. Just go your form of ID or you know already.
Yeah.
You know already. Just go. We have mobile banking. We have fintech. We inside there. Bank of St. Lucia. All the bank you need. My name is Khalidd Vidal. I will see you guys again next week for another edition of Youth Unplugged, brought to you by the Bank of St. Lucia.
Get more value with the Bank of St. Lucia Visa credit card. Quick approval, zero interest